Hello, please, good evening once again. As I said, today we'll be learning how we can use a software called G Power. I know the name of the software is G Power. So you can see this is the interface of the G Power software, and this is the software. That is the name of the software. So when you come here, we have something called the test family, statistical test, then the type of power analysis that you want to do. Then we can also determine you can also determine your alpha level and others. So that is it. Now let's come to this part. The test family is that in statistics we have so many types of tests. We have the exact test, we have the F test. F test is normally used by ANOVA and ANCOVA. So ANCOVA and multiple regression, they use what the F test. Then for the T test, it is mostly used by two independent T tests when you want to compare two groups or you want to compare a group to see whether there are differences in their means. Then when we come to this one, it talks about the chi-square test. Then this one talks about the Z test, that is the standardized test. So when we come to this part, we have the statistical test. So what statistics do you want to do? We have so many. We have correlation. If you want to do a correlation test, this one also. If you want to do one group, and also if this one you want to do means differences between two groups. You want to see whether there are differences in the means of two groups. And this one is that when you wanted to do one sample case. So we have so many of them, so you choose. So this one, I want to choose one sample case. So one sample case, here you come to the type of power analysis. So which type of power analysis you want to do? Do you want to do a priori? This one, it will compute the sample size for you. It will also give you the alpha. When you give alpha, so if this one you want to use the a priori, then you have to give the alpha level. Then you have to also give what your confidence level and your effect size that you want to use. So that is it. So we have so many of them. So we are going to choose the a priori. Then this one, we have two types of tails. We have the one sample tail and we have the two sample tail. And this one sample tail is normally used when you want to do something. But in hypothesis testing, we normally use the two sample. So I'm going to choose the two sample tail. Then this one is the effect size. So let's say, for example, if you want to come out with a group, if you want to compare means, among groups, then what is the differences do you want to see? The test that you want to use it to compare means, what difference? Do you want to see a large difference? Do you want to see a small difference? Or do you want to see a medium difference? So you can see we have the small effect size, that is the difference, the medium effect size, and the large effect size. Then also we have error. Error in education, if you are coming to conduct a test, we think that the test should produce 100% results. But we have an error of margin. And that error of margin in education, we have something called 5%. So 5% is the error of margin. Then we believe that our test should produce what? 95 what? True 10. Our confidence level in the test should be 95. So this one is the beta power. So have you seen that it's 95? And the error that we think that our test can produce an error of what? 5. So in education we choose what? 5, because we think that every test that we have to conduct, there should be an error of what? 5. Then our confidence of the test producing the required results should be what? 95. So this one, I'm going to leave it as it is. Then from there, you can click on what? Calculate. You can see calculate here. Can click on calculate. So it has given me that if I want an effect size of what? 0.5, then the total sample size that I have to use is what? 54. So let's say, for example, if you choose what? A sample size of 2, that is a small sample size. When you calculate, you get what? A sample size of what? 300 and what? 24. So the sample size, the effect size that you choose will determine the population that you do. From that, you can also plot the range. When you plot the range, it will give you the range that it starts from 0.5 to 0.95. So this is what the range that it will give it to you. So that is it. So this is how we can use the G power. So for example, let's choose two groups. If I want to know the means of two groups, when you also do the calculation, it will give you that the group 1 should be 88, group 2, the sample size should be 88. So in all, I'm going to use 176 for as my sample size. So that is how you use the G power. From there, then we come to Amofa 2. Amofa 2 also, here you use the sample size parameters. Here we have the estimated proportion to respond to your research. Then we are trying to say that if you have a population, what is the probability that the people that you want to give your research questions to them, what is the probability of them answering you? So here we can have, in education, we mostly choose 50%. 50% choose that the people that I have targeted, there is a probability that 50% will answer my research question or 50% will not answer. So here that it means that there is a 50-50 chance that they will answer or they will not answer based on the people that I have targeted. So if I have 20 people that I have targeted, I have a probability that 10 will answer. So 10 will answer. So here you choose the probability. So here I'm going to choose 50%. Then also the entire population. What do you think is the entire population? The entire population is 1,500. Then the standard error, that the test that I'm coming to calculate. I'm coming to calculate the sample size. What will be the error that my test will make? Here the standard error is 1.96, and you have to leave it like that. Then that is it. Then also in education, what we are trying to mean is that we have the p-value. The p-value is always 0.05. Then it means that whatever test that we are coming to do, there is a probability that 5% will be an error and 95% will be the confidence interval. So we believe that the test should produce 95% truth. It should be produce 95% truth, and the error that we will make is 0.05. So when you are done with this, then you can see that it has given you the sample size given by Krejchie and Morgan's formula as 385. Then the epi info also, it gave me 384. Then this one also, it gave me 316. So if I have a 90% trust that the people will answer my research question, then you can see that my sample size reduced to 139. Then this one to 138. So this is how we use the two types of software in calculation.